Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us today. And we are going to start our presentation talking about getting registered and logged into IRMI Online. Now, if you have already registered and logged in, you'll notice that you see this Welcome to IRMI Online whenever you log in. However, we're going to take a step back here. And you'll see I'm logged in because my name is at the top. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. If you are new to IRMI Online, you've never registered and logged in, this is the process you'll need to complete, so it is very important. This is IRMI.com. This means you are not logged in yet. You'll see a sign in button at the top. When you click sign in, you'll be given the choice to sign in or register here. It says new paid account, register here. If you are a new user, you have just purchased a subscription, you'll need to come here. You will need to enter your account number. This is going to always be an A00 number, and this is going to allow you to access your paid content. You'll enter your email, confirm your email, and click submit. Your registration is not completed yet. Once your registration has been completed, then you will be able to go ahead and sign in with a username and password. Your username is going to be your email, but you will receive a confirmation link after you click submit here. When you click that confirmation link that comes directly to your email, that is when you'll be able to complete the registration process and then be able to log on to IRMI Online. Let's say that you have already accessed IRMI Online, but you don't remember your password. All you need to do is simply click on Forgot Your Password. You'll type in your email, and you will be sent a link to reset your password. So we are going to go ahead and log in now. And when, whenever we log in, we will come to this Welcome to IRMI Online, and we will see our name at the top. If we click on the arrow next to our name, we can look at our profile or sign out. We'll briefly look at the profile page. You can change your password from here. You can update any of your contact information from here. You'll see under my profile is my newsletters. We really recommend that you do subscribe to our free newsletters. They come directly to your email. And the IRMI update is great for all subscribers. It gives you commentary about what's going on in our industry. The electronic owl for IRMI Online subscribers is also really important. It helps you keep up with what is going on here at IRMI. And then we do have the Construction Risk Manager, D&O Compass, and Personal Lines Pilot. And you can subscribe to all of those or just the ones that deal specifically with what it is that you deal with. All right, we are going to go back to My IRMI Online simply by clicking on the orange My IRMI Online button. And I'm going to focus on the table of contents here. You'll notice on the left side we have a table of contents, and it starts off with IRMI Online. And the first tab is how to use IRMI Online. If I click on the arrow, it will expand what's underneath here. And this is a nice place to come if you have a quick question. We have frequently asked questions here. There are some videos about getting started if you don't remember how to get registered and get logged in. Next, we have My Paid Publications. If I click on this, I will be taken directly to a link of all of my paid publications listed in alphabetical order. We have What's New, and you can see this is arranged by month of what was new in that month. Dashboards. These are arranged according to your specific role or job function. And then we get into the real meat of IRMI Online. So we start off with commercial liability information. These are all the topic folders organized by a particular subject. So when we open up this topic folder, we see that we have the commercial liability publication, along with forms, countrywide and state specific, and a few other publications that go along with commercial liability. I'm going to open up the commercial liability publication because I want to show everybody how IRMI publications are organized. Pretty much all of our IRMI publications are going to be organized in much the same way. You will see the topical index, the table of cases, release notes, hyper policies. The hyper policy is a great tool that we have available for commercial liability, commercial property, commercial auto, and also for personal lines. I just quickly want to click on here and show you what's great about the hyper policy is it allows you to view the policy, but then also has hyperlinks within it to take you to an analysis and commentary of the policy. You also see little bubbles that are grayish blue, and when we hover over these, we get a definition for the word. That is the hyper policy. I'm going to close that back up. Then we come on to the tips section and the chapters of the publication. Here we have the annotated ISO policy, endorsements, and excess and umbrella information. So just by clicking on the arrow, we can collapse everything that was within that publication, and we can collapse everything that is in that particular topic folder. Next, we have commercial property and commercial auto. I'll just quickly open up one of these to show you what is in here. Again, commercial auto, this is our main publication, along with the MCS 90 book and the forms. If I open up commercial auto, it's going to look pretty much just like the commercial liability with our topical index, table of cases, release notes, hyper policies, and then the chapters down here. Auto dealers, interline forms, endorsements. Click the arrow to collapse that back up. The next topic folder deals with D&O and professional lines. So we have our professional liability, federally, employment practice liability. I'm going to just quickly open up professional liability so that we can all see. Again, this is organized just like a typical IRMI publication will be organized. We'll have our topical index, our release notes, we have our tips, and then we have our chapters, and you can see this is broken down according to our different professions that you may be dealing with in professional lines. Close those up. We have workers' compensation. We have the classifications and cross-reference, which Lloyd is actually going to touch on when he discusses searching. Risk management and multi-line information. This topic folder does have a lot of information in it. We have risk management, contractual risk transfer, practical risk management, the risk report. We have our questionnaires and checklists here, cancellation guide, accord forms, and interline forms. We have a topic folder for risk finance, where you would get your risk financing publication. Again, organized just like the other publications that we've looked at, as well as information for captives. We have a folder for the construction information. So we have construction risk management in here, builder's risk, defective construction, wrap-up guide. And again, if we were to open these, we would see construction risk management is organized just like our other IRMI publications. I would just want to show you briefly personal lines information because everything we've looked at so far has been commercial, but we do have an extensive amount of personal lines information within the personal risk management and insurance publication. Again, it is organized with our topical index, table of cases, release notes. There are our hyper policies that we looked at a little bit earlier. and then all of our chapters, state laws, personal auto, homeowners, miscellaneous coverages. And again, you can see that when I click on the arrows, we are able to drill down. And when we have the arrows to click, we can keep opening and drilling down even further and then collapsing back up just by clicking the arrows. So after personal lines, we have our claims, case law, and legal. So our insurance law essentials here to search case law, and then our glossary at the bottom. So we can certainly drill down like this, but Lloyd is going to show us probably a much more efficient way to search. So Lloyd, I'm going to hand over the controls to you and make you the presenter here.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
All right. Well, Jennifer gave you all the details about drilling down and about our website, navigation hints. And what I'm going to show you are recommendations for finding information. I assume that you can see when I highlight Welcome to IRMI Online. So this is me up here, Lloyd Aughton. And what we're going to do is look at, practically speaking, how one is going to search for their information. Keep in mind, I am going to show you the company subscription, which consists of well over 35 of our resource manuals and various newsletters, etc. But this is a suggestion. Now, most of us would be drawn to the search text box. And it's no different from IRMI than any other website you've been to. So I'm purposely going to choose a topic. It's going to be a multiple word search string, and it's going to be the additional insured endorsement. So this is what I would imagine everyone would do. So I'm going to type in additional insured, and I'm going to activate the search button. Now, once again, this is my full company subscription, so you're going to find a lot more hits. So we should have over 4,000 hits, and we do. We've got 4,620 hits. Well, I can tell you that I don't have that much time today or this week to go through 4,620 hits. So we did something wrong, and I'll show you how to improve upon those results. So what I'm going to do, for my own convenience, because I don't type too well, I'm going to copy additional insured, and I am going to go back to my original Welcome to IRMI Online site. So this is what my recommendations are. You don't have to do this, but it works for our customers, it works for me, and you should perhaps evaluate it for yourself. Up here is the word all, and beneath it, you'll see advanced search. Advanced search is your friend. So you've activated advanced search, excuse me, and I will stick with my additional insured phrase. In this case, I've got to choose whether I want to put it in this box, all these words, or an exact phrase text box. This is called a Boolean search, or sort of a hybrid Boolean search. If I am brainstorming, I would probably put it in this text box, and I would conservatively type in the words. I would not type in more than 4 or 5 words that I would expect to find in a document or about a particular topic. In this case, because I'm very comfortable with additional insured, I know that that's going to appear in many articles, many documents. I'm going to use the exact phrase text box. So when else can I use the exact phrase text box? Well, if I were starting with an absolute known endorsement, let's say it's a CG 20 space 10, I could also use this exact phrase text box. But for this demonstration today, I'm just going to stick with the additional insured endorsement. Now that's part one. The second part is I'm going to scroll down, and before I search, I am going to select the IRMI publication that I'm interested in. So additional insured, we know, can be a property issue, it can be a GL issue, and inland marine, whatever. But I don't want all those superfluous hits. I want to learn about the additional insured endorsement only as it pertains to the CGL policy. So I'll put a little check mark in commercial liability, and these are alphabetically arranged. And now I'm really ready to search. So I'm confident with my phrase, and I've selected, or restricted is probably a better description. I've restricted my search to one of about 35 or 40 IRMI publications, commercial liability insurance. I'll just point out that if I were interested in seeing the forms, PDFs of the forms, I could also put a little check mark in forms, liability forms, state-specific or countrywide. But I'm not. I'm only interested in an analysis or an interpretation, or as we say, the annotation, I guess is the best description. So now I don't have 6,000 hits or 4,600, whatever that figure number was. I have 154. And you got to admit that additional insured is a very popular topic. We have searched only in one IRMI publication, that being commercial liability insurance. I'll just go ahead and open up this one. This is a good one based upon previous demonstrations. So this is going to discuss, this is the annotation of the additional insured endorsement, and I have selected the prefix that ISO uses, prefix category 20, and it talks about who is the insured, who qualifies under the CGL policy, and you can see this is a fairly large document. It's embedded with hyperlinks. If I wanted to find out more about other endorsements that would maybe part of the CG20 followed by various suffixes, I could certainly click on there. But this is the most precise way to find information on a popular topic. And once again, I chose a multiple word search string, that being additional insured. Let's see if I can get back to that. I did, okay. Now it's not as critical if you have one word, such as subrogation. If I typed in subrogation, it would not yield as many superfluous hits as we found originally. Now what happened was it was looking for the words additional, it was looking for the word insured. You can imagine how many times that appears in a P&C library, and it was looking for the phrase. So that's why we got so many hits. So give this a try and see if it helps you. The next thing I want to show you, Jennifer mentioned that I would be showing you a very popular IRMI publication. The title of it is a Classification Cross-Reference Manual. It's a separate database, so I will have to go back to the drop-down arrow next to All, and I'll select Classifications. So now I've activated this database that's entitled Classification Cross-Reference Manual. So what does it do? Well, if I know one thing, like maybe it's a workers' comp code, maybe it's just a state-specific workers' comp code, like maybe the state of California, or if it's a description, a verbal description, or an ISO code, or a SIC code, or an NAICS code, I can type in that information. I'm going to type in one that I recall, 5645, which you probably know is carpentry, and the result is going to show that we have various descriptions. This is a general description that maybe you and I would call it. We have the official NCCI subscription. That's what these bullet points mean. So this one would refer to the NCCI subscription. The next one here would be the ISO subscription. I do not recommend you type in a word, because I can show you if I had typed in carpenter, which is what I would imagine to look for, there would be no results. That's because each of these classifications are carpentry. So if you have a known, absolutely known class code, whether it's workers' comp, whether it's ISO, or whether it's a SIC code, or whether it's an NAICS code, that's what I would begin with. Now, I will just point out that there's a hyperlink here. This will take you to a Department of Labor site, which gives you a little bit more detail about the NAICS code for as it pertains and describes residential remodelers. But once again, you must activate the classification cross-reference search button, if you will, and I'll just go ahead and type in the NAICS code just to prove that, well, I don't want to go back to I'll go back to 2012. These don't change every year. So now I'm starting with NAICS code, and my results should be the same. Okay, so I've shown you my recommendation for using the advanced search. You saw the classification cross-reference manual. So what I'll do is I'll go back to our table of contents, and I'm going to show you one of the things that I think you'll appreciate. Now, commercial liability is obviously the CGL policy. It's very, very important to most agents, most carriers, most consultants. And we have introduced this Policy Explorer, and I'll just show you that briefly. This Policy Explorer is limited to the CGL policy. It gives me the ability to select an ISO policy that would go back to maybe a previous version. In this case, I'll choose the 2007 version, and I'm going to once again go to an ISO more recent form, which is April 2013, and I'm going to ask the library to show me the comparison side by side. In this case, I'm choosing all policy provisions. I could be more precise. As you can see, I can select something a little more concise other than all policy provisions. But in this case, I want to show you everything. So I'm going to click on Next, and we have the 2007 versus the 2013 form side by side. You can see from my scroll bar how much detail is provided here, and this is a very, very popular feature. It goes to the commercial liability manual, which once again is right here. The next thing I want to show you is, I'll go back to the web page. Notice how we navigate. We go back to the home page by clicking on that orange button that Jennifer pointed out. IRMI has produced some videos recently, and there are approximately 13 videos that are available to you. The topic, of course, is on construction, and these are excellent. Most of them are about 2 to 3 minutes long. We also have, for our subscribers to our professional liability manual, we have some recently introduced videos on cyber issues. And these are about 5 or 6 minutes. It's actually an exchange between two of our editors. So if you want to utilize that, once again, this last one I'm showing you is restricted to subscribers to professional liability insurance. Okay, we do have some case law. It is located in this folder. For those of you who might get involved with claims, there is case law on most of the P&C coverages. Jennifer, what have I missed? Anything?
I think we're good. I think we just need to let them know how to contact us, and also to please ask our audience here to take our survey as they exit today.
Yeah, the video is really important. Thanks for reminding everybody, because this is our first presentation, countrywide, international, whatever you want to call it, and we always want to improve. So if you would be kind enough, it's a very, very brief survey, but any of your comments would be very helpful. Okay. So for those of you who want to stay on, you can. We wanted to limit this to only 30 minutes of your time. And you do have the ability to chat with us.
Yes, if you have a question, you can please chat your question. If you raise your hand, we can unmute you so that you can talk. But we are happy to stay on and take any questions that you all have. Otherwise, if you are going to exit, we want to thank you for joining us, and please ask that you would take our survey. Again, it is very brief.
Thanks to everybody. We appreciate you subscribing. For those of you who are interested in IRMI products, we'd be more than happy to show you any product that you are interested in. Okay. Have a great day.
Okay. I'm just going to chat here some questions. So again, please feel free to raise your hand and we can unmute you, and you can chat questions as well. Okay. Any other questions? I see some hands raised here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute some people whose hands are raised. So is it Demas?
Yeah.
Hi, Demas. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, thank you. What is your question?
Yeah. What is the cost of subscription?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Demis?
What is the cost of subscription?
Oh, the cost of subscription. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. It varies from publication to publication. We do have some package programs. Let me show you where you can gain more information about that. What do you do? Are you an agent, commercial, personal lines, both? Are you an underwriter, or what is your function, sir?
Commercial agent.
Commercial agent. Okay, good. All right, well, I'm going to show you a list of products at the bottom of each and every page. And I forgot to mention the help and support link here, but at the bottom of each and every page on this black footer is a list of our products. So as a matter of fact, there's a little bit of a discussion. You can learn more about each and every one of them. But this is a list of about 35 or 40 IRMI publications. We do have some packages. There is a qualifier for the package pricing, but it's very highly discounted. We have packages for our books, which are supplemental information about various topics. Jennifer mentioned one being a book on defective construction. We have an additional insured book. But this would probably be your quickest way to find out about our products. The pricing is revealed once you click on the specific product and learn more. Now, I would request that instead of that, if you do have an interest in a particular product or a group of products or package, to go to Help and Support and under Contact Us. And once you're logged in, just as my name is showing here and my contact information, if you're logged in, the same will show for you as well. Scroll to the very bottom and just type in what your question is or your interest if it's about a particular product.
Okay.
Any other questions or any other chats?
I am going through some chats here.
Would anyone like to be unmuted?
Let's see here. Ellen had a question, but it looks like she has logged off. I'm just trying to get through the chats here. Mira has a question. Mira, I'm going to unmute you. I hope I'm saying your name right. Mira?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We can hear you, Mira.
I just wanted to know where the survey that you mentioned actually is.
As you log off of this, you will be submitted a survey from us.
Okay.
So
right.
it'll follow as soon as you log off of this presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I am trying to get to everybody's questions. If you have your hand up, I'm trying to. Marguerite, we'll go ahead and unmute you.
Hello, Marguerite.
Marguerite, are you able to speak? I know some people don't connect the audio if they're not planning on talking. You can certainly chat a question.
Well, Marguerite, if you cannot I just remind you to go to Contact Us or Help and Support, and you can pose your question to us that way.
Okay, I think I've gotten to these questions here. All right. Okay, I do see some people are still with us. So if you are still with us, please ask a question, chat a question, raise your hand. Mira, did we answer your question or do you have another one?
Hi, Demas. Go ahead.
No, I have no question. I just was hanging around to hear what somebody else had to say.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think we have answered the questions that we've been asked. If for some reason your question did not get answered, I apologize, but please don't hesitate to contact us. By going to Contact Us, you can fill out a contact form or call us.
Okay then. Well, thanks to everyone who's still on with us. Thanks for attending. As I said, this is our very first attempt at a nationwide presentation, and we are very appreciative of you filling out that survey form. So I'm going to sign off.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.